This is Denny. He's our new teacher from Australia, and he's a very interesting guy. Okay, level 2, 3, interests. Hello, Denny.
Hi, Jamie. How are you?
I'm okay, but something happens to me when I have the camera on me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Quite kind of the opposite.
Okay.
Denny, I haven't introduced you to everybody, all of our millions of viewers. This is Denny. He's our new teacher from Australia, and he's a very interesting guy.
Oh, thank you. I think so too.
Yes, you're more interesting than me, that's for sure. Now, let's get started with a few general questions then. What would you say is the most interesting aspect of your job?
My job. I think the most interesting aspect of my job is working with a lot of different people and seeing how they learn language. What is it that makes people click when they learn language, and how they register information, because I'm super interested in cognitive function, so how the mind works and how it takes information in.
Yeah, that's quite interesting, isn't it? It's definitely interesting to see how different people learn languages. Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yep. And as I said, you're from Australia specifically.
Specifically, I'm from Sydney, Australia.
Sydney, right? So, what's some of the more interesting things about, say, like Australia or Sydney, the city?
Sydney is really interesting because it's very much a business district. It has New South Wales, which is the state that Sydney is in, is well known for its beaches. So it has a lot of really beautiful beaches. For example, Bondi, Coogee Beach, which I'm from Coogee Beach, and several others. But it's also really good for restaurants, especially under the Harbour Bridge. There's a place called the Waterfront, which is really lovely.
You're from Coogee?
Yeah. Well, Randwick, but Coogee at the same time. They're kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I spent a bit of time on Coogee Beach while I was in Sydney, and I had a baking hot Christmas day on Bondi Beach there back in 2001 or 2. It was incredible.
It gets really hot in Australia, especially for Christmas.
Oh, it was wild. It was wild. And during the day, all of a sudden, a huge thunderstorm appeared. And it turned out that it was not a thunderstorm. Surprisingly, it was a massive black cloud of smoke from, that's what you call it, like a bushfire, a forest fire that just stopped.
Yeah. It's a very common occurrence in Australia. We get a lot of bushfires over in the western side of New South Wales, up in the forests. We had really bad fires like a year and a half ago now.
A year and a half ago, yep. Yeah, it was wild. Yeah. And what are some unique things about for Australian culture?
The summer Christmases are very unique because it's mostly just barbecues, ice creams, and sunburn. So people go out, they go have barbecues, they go swimming, they see like really muscular, vascular kind of Santa Clauses going surfing and potentially being eaten by sharks. So it's pretty weird. It's really different, especially for Japanese people, because it's completely different. So.
Yeah, it's great. I think, Australia, one of the things is it just has space. There's so much space. Everybody has a garden. Everybody spends lots of time outdoors. And the weather is right. So, yeah, that's a good thing about the place, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is something that you've been following in the news recently?
I'm a big follower of cryptocurrencies. So things like Bitcoin. And I'm really interested in how it functions and how it works and why it goes up in price. And the thing has gone parabolic. Parabolic means just skyrocketing, because in 2017, I bought some and it was at $2,000. Now it's at over $60,000. So the thing went high really quickly. That's very, very rare in stocks and finances.
Let's just hope it doesn't go back down so quickly.
It will, in my opinion.
I see. Okay. Now, Who is an interesting person from your culture?
Australian culture? Well,
Yep.
There's a couple of interesting people. A lot of people don't realize that Hugh Jackman, the guy who plays the Greatest Showman, he's Australian and he's really, really famous. He's a fantastic singer. I think he came from theatre originally, and he also plays Wolverine in the X-Men movies. So he's a really cool guy, and he's just such a friendly character, and I really like the guy. I'd love to meet him.
Hugh Jackman? Yeah, he's pretty cool, isn't he? I knew he was Australian, but I didn't know he could also sing. There you go.
He's an amazing singer.
That's a new fact for me. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. In general, what are your? I know you have a lot of interests, but what are your main interests just now?
If I'm going to put my top 3 for this year at least, writing. I love creative writing, writing about philosophy and psychology. Boxing. I use it as my regular routine. Shadow boxing. And number 3 would probably be painting, because I do that as side work. I paint privately for clients.
Oh, really? Yeah, I had no idea. Is that painting in the background by you?
That painting is not my painting. That painting is from Leonid Afremov. Unfortunately, he passed away 2 years ago, but he is a Polish, if I recall, he's a Polish painter. And he is one of my primary inspirations for painting.
Oh, I see. I've seen one of your paintings. I think it's in our materials for this lesson, and it was very nice. It was very cool.
Oh, thank you very much. That one took about 5 hours to do.
Yeah, that's nice. Everybody, please have a look at that when you're preparing for your lessons. All right, Danny, I think we're pretty much out of time for today, so thank you very, very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's been nice talking to you. And everybody, see you in the next video.
See you later.
Bye.